Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be experimenting, playing with alcohol inks. Crazy. So I just keep them in this like little pencil case pouch. It barely zips anymore, but this just kind of holds them all, and that is okay with me. And what I also noticed is that I have a few other brands of alcohol inks because the bottle shapes are different. And I know when I got these because it's red and green. I had tried to play with alcohol inks for a December daily last year, and I had gotten red, green, silver, pink, and I think there is a gold down here. Oh, that was the blending solution. So those are a brand. Might have been at Hobby Lobby. It doesn't really say anything on it, which is weird. So, but then the rest all in here seem to be, oh, minus that one. That one's another off-brand, are all from Ranger. So for the sake of being able to link products that you can get, we're going to play with the Ranger ones. So like I said, we're just playing. I have no idea really how these always work. We are going to, change that right now so that we cannot be intimidated by our stash, right? And don't get me wrong. Like I said, the look of them is always so fantastic to me that, like I want to play, like I want to be able to say like, oh yeah, like I love playing Kesioke, on with my alcohol inks because of whatever. So I'm just trying to get, like, my metallics are all here. These are some pearls I have. And then I have these inks down here. So yeah, so we have I clearly bought like a pink pack, and then I must have bought a cool tone pack. And then I have rosewood and a red. So maybe this was like a pack, I don't even know. So then I just got like cranberry, lettuce, and eggplant. So just a couple darker tones than what I have there already. So I think let's just play with those. Let's not do the pearls. We don't have to do this. And I have the white mixative, white copper, or these are like the metallics. White copper, gilded gold, silver, and snow caps, pearl and snow cap. Okay, so these are just like all like the shimmery stuff that I add on top. So we'll keep these available as well. So what I'm thinking, let's play. And this is the thing, we're playing and we don't know what we're making yet. So let's play and do one, let's do two, like maybe one more cool tone, one more warm toned, and then we'll create something. Maybe I'll use it to cut out letters for something, or use that like a flower die cut and cut out some shapes, but we'll use it for something. But at first, like I said, we're just playing and learning how to use our things. I know for a fact that if you get a pack, whatever pack you may get, you have to get the alcohol blending solution, because this is what you add to it, even though I've heard too that rubbing alcohol works too. But this will help it glide and move around on the page. And I do already have the little blow sponge. You could do this with a straw and blow through it. But I did do that the first couple times I'm playing with these. And I remember, like, as much as you need to blow through that straw, I got so lightheaded that I was like, screw it. I think this thing is like $11 or $12 at Hobby Lobby. I was like, let me just buy it. And so it just blows, around the ink that has you need it. So you will need Yupo paper. That is also key. Yupo paper is like plastic paper. I do believe it also works on vellum. Don't quote me to that, because vellum is a slick surface too. It needs a slick surface. It cannot be done on regular paper because it will absorb and not get the fun movement that is meant for these products. And other than that, that is all I know. Those are the only tips I can give you. So let's just play. And like I said, is there a side to it? I think, yeah, this one looks a little bit shiny. So let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay. All right, and I'm going to just start putting some of this down, and we're going to have some of this stuff move. We're going to have some of it move. Let's not put on the caps and anything, and let's just go. So let's get started on playing with alcohol inks. In my experience with this one, and I do like two more after this one too, just off camera, just to still play with them so that I used up all my Yupo paper. So the blending solution, that's the clear, almost like rubbing alcohol type solution that has the colors move and blend more.
use that totally when you want, just as it says, the colors to move and blend more. What you have to be also aware of too is, just like I'm doing now, doing like all the warms and then sticking with all the cools, you have to remember color theory. So meaning that if you have the red and pink area and you add some green, it will make brown with the blending solution. And so don't get me wrong, these are great though, because you can build upon a mess up and sort of fix it. But that's how I learned how to use this. Now, when you use less blending solution is when you're able to just play with the ink slash pigment more, and you'll get more of those kind of like pools of ink looking on here. When you're using the blending solution, as you can see, you get like this soft haze of color that washes and blends the colors really well. So it's just two different effects, and that's just what I learned on this cycle of playing with some alcohol inks. So if you want more like true colors with like those little like borders of ink, use less blending solution. But if you want a watery watercolor look to it where the colors blend and there's no like border where one starts and ends, then use more blending solution. And I will say, if you use the metallic pigments, do that as a last topper. So you saw me go in with the silver metallic, and now I'm going in with the gold, because these babies pack a punch and they are beautiful. The metallic alloys on top as like your final layer gives such a nice metallic sheen to the area, and it's phenomenal. I really love those. I probably will run through those quicker and need to buy those again for sure. But definitely a fun time playing with alcohol inks.
Okay, for just getting a background done, this is these are amazing, you know, like, and that silver and the gold are insane with the amount of metallic. The silver is insane. The gold's there too, but the silver just looks like poured metal. This whole area is so cool. This whole area and into this is so cool. It's got a little messy, but still very cool, you know. And I just like seeing all of the pooling, you know, like where it dries a little bit more translucent and where it pools and sits, you know, it pools and sits, but you get that demarcation of where they laid, you know, because it could do a lot of color blending, which is what probably happened up here. You saw me kind of make mud with the green and the reds together. But then when you blow it and you get those little marks and how it, you know, settles to be a little bit more thicker in areas and just transparent in others, it is really a fun medium. It's not, even for, you know, alcohol ink artists or, you know, masters at it, I don't think even they go in knowing what to expect. It's just so pretty. Look at that like perfect dot on there. And even these were where I dropped the pearls. And actually, ooh, I didn't see my desk. The pearls though, I love the pearl, but I wonder, let's see if I do a little bit more blending on these. I just wonder if where was my thought going? I don't know. Okay, so what should we do with this? This is really cool. I mean, I wonder if this will just fit into one of my books. Let me grab one of my Dina Wakley books because maybe it'll fit. So I was saying that this is my denim blue journal from Dina Wakley, and you know how we have those interesting substrates. Sorry, I should definitely close all these bottles up. So remember when I stuck this one on the burlap? I think this will fit in here too if we just staple it to this side. Yeah, and I might just have to cut off just like an inch or so of the paper. But yeah, that could be its own background. Okay, so we're just going to make it into an art journal page. That metallic, I cannot get over. That's incredible. I love that. Okay, so let me put the caps back on these. Let me cut off an edge. I think I might cut off, I would do this edge, but I like that edge. I like the kind of irregular. So yeah, I might cut off the inch over here and have that irregular edge be there and staple this in, and then we'll put together something on here. Okay, so I'll be right back. So I've pulled a bunch of stuff out, and I guess I always like to find things that I can still link to, but I will show you where I was going with what I wanted to do. So these are just all stencils. So the Dina Wakley ones, these are still available. This would have been good as a mask off. And I liked it. Was it this way? No, this way better. Is that what I was doing? But because I didn't want to cover up too much of this gorgeousness. This one I got from a Cherry on Top too. This is a good option too, to buffer in with some black ink. I pulled out transparencies, which I still may use because it'll lay on top without messing anything up. And I also pulled out some collage sheets. Now, the only thing I veered away from for these is because I don't know how gel medium will work on this. I don't know if it's going to be favorable or not. So then I was like, okay, I'm not going to use the collage sheets because I don't know how it'll act. I'm not going to use the lace face or these Dina ones because I don't want to block out too much. This is contending. So then I liked this one, and especially I liked it because I can do it in black and like kind of have it go across the page, which is the contender. This one was also really cool. This one's called Cabbage Roses. It is still at a Cherry on Top. This one is kind of the same effect as this one. So if I go through it with black, it could be really cool. So I liked this. I like this one too. This one's also available. This could work. This one I also loved, especially because I can go through it with black, but this is not available. So I didn't want to play with it, but you can see where I was going. Something that I can put black through and have it keep most of the background intact. So in order not to use something that I cannot link to, I said, let me not use that one. So I also have like ones like this. This one I haven't even used, so I thought too, but like I said, I just wanted to link to it. This one would have been cool too. But can't link to it. So when I'm playing on other times, I will bust some of these out. And then I did bring out some of these that I just felt I could do some texture paste as my final step. This is just for texture. And then I also liked these Art by Marlene little die cuts. And this could still work again. But this set in particular I've had, and this one is no longer available. She has alternate ones. But like I said, I just wanted to make it very user-friendly. And I also have, this was also an option, the collage sheets from Dina Dilutions. These could work too, but the only reason I vetoed these, because I did thumb through it, is because the colors are not as vibrant as this. And I didn't want to put something that was not as colorful / vibrant on it. So that's so you can understand like my thought processes. Let me clear off this stuff from here. And I feel like I am leaning towards either these Cabbage Roses. Like I said, just making them black. So I have black and I have the paint dauber somewhere here ready to go. So I do like the black, not gonna lie, because that could be really cute, and then do something simple as a quote or something. And then maybe the smaller one. I do really like that one. But I also really like this one too. So let me just see what this can look like laid on top.
Okay, so with black acrylic paint, inexpensive black acrylic paint, I am trying to use this stencil to kind of tone down the background. You can do this with either black or white. I just went with black, and I didn't do the best job either. I must have moved it a little bit because when I lift it up, it's not as detailed and crisp as I would have liked it to be. But for the overall effect of having just some of that vibrant alcohol ink background, it serves its purpose. I take some of the transparency and create kind of like a down, like almost like a sidewalk border, which is good just to kind of give my little paper dolls a place to land on. These are from Tim Holtz. This is the paper doll collection, and I went through it to find any of the ones that had a lighter outfit on. If they were a bit darker, they kind of blended into that background. So you can see a male, a female in a lighter outfit that was a little bit of a contrast to the black on the background, and then the little girl with the white dress and the little dog as well. Adding some stamping and just more interest and layer to the background. I'm also going to go in with the Dina Wakley stencil with some lunar paste. That's Prom Queen. It's the hot pink one from Simon Hurley, just to kind of add more interest to this project. And now don't get me wrong, this is not for everyone. This is busy. This is colorful. But you know what? It's my cup of tea. And I love busy and colorful. And so just one way to use your alcohol ink backgrounds.
Okay, that will finish up this one. This one definitely took a detour. But in the end, I'm very happy with the outcome. Overall, I think I had mentioned already in the voiceover that the stencil with the daisies did not work so well, especially with the details. I tried going over it with some of these like Stabilo white pens, but it does not leave a mark. So there was no way for me to, you know, kind of outline it because I think that would have helped. And I could not find my Posca paint pens in time. So we move on, right? The paper dolls work better. I thumbed through everything to find something a little bit more with contrast because when they have like a darker dress, you can see how they just get lost on the page. So anything that was dark, I just didn't want to use. So anyone that had a lighter dress was used. So I'm kind of made a little family, a little light stamping, a little light stenciling, and some gold paint splatters. This will need to dry now. Very cool. I love how that one happened serendipitously in the middle. Just very fun. Very fun experience. Oh, and then using the transparency. So yeah, so at least it got done in here and it's stapled all to the burlap page, which would always be hard to use anyway. So I'm glad that I got to utilize one of these Yupo paper with alcohol ink in there. It's busy. It is. It's not for everybody, but you know what? It's okay for me. It's okay for me because working with those alcohol inks. So I have these two ready to go. Oh no, and I stacked them together. Ooh, lesson learned. Don't do that. Ooh, Snikes. Okay, so I have these two ready to go for something else in the future. And now I got to clean up all my supplies. And also, I think I had this one too. This one was auditioning because it could have worked. This was one of the Art by Marlene ones, but we will tuck her away for another day. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, till next time, bye.